YouTube? This is Charlie426, and today we have a normal or retail kit review, the HG Mr. Bushido's Ahead, or according to the wiki, it's also called the Ahead Sakigake. Now, this is one of those kits that I have been trying to get for a long time. Now, I basically, despite for me that I have decided to review more premium Bandai kits, that doesn't mean I am not going to review normal kits. And I also have this long list of certain kits that I really want to get and review. And the Ahead series, this one, the Ahead Smoltron, and the normal one is also on my list. But I have been waiting almost like more than a year now from Gundam Base Korea to get them in stock. And finally, this one got in stock when I checked the Gundam Base Korea yesterday. So I decided to get it. First of all, yes, I have reviewed the the HG Masurao, so if you want to check that out, you can check the description below, because this is the mobile suit that the user used before the Masurao. And this kit, as you can see, is very bulky, clunky, and wide. But either way, let's get on to the review. So first of all, what you get, of course, is the mobile suit himself, the Mr. Bushido's Ahead, or as I said, the Ahead Sakigake. You get a shield. Of course, according to the images and everything, usually when you think about it, we will use the weapon on the right hand, so the shield should be on the left hand, but on this case, it's the other way around for some reason. Other than that, there's no leftover pieces, but except for a few polycaps, so nothing too special going on. And then we have a sticker sheet. Now, yes, it's kind of it's not that sticker heavy, but all these stickers, especially like the orange ones, yeah, I mean, sometimes some kits, like, even though they have a sticker, some kits looks good without the stickers, but in this case, I think it's kind of necessary, but I'll point out which part is a sticker. So that's pretty much it for stickers. And for components, as I mentioned, other than the shield and the mobile suit, we get 2 blades. Yes, these are technically beam katanas. Now, currently, you can see this one is red and this one is clear. This is how it comes originally. It comes in a clear plastic, like how the HG yeah, like how some OO kits comes like this, I believe, and yeah, like the Reborns or the Ice Gundam comes like in this as well. So you're gonna have to color it in the correct color. Now, technically, yes, I know that they're supposed to be orange, but I didn't have any. I didn't have a orange Gundam marker. I'm not even sure they have a orange Gundam marker, so I decided to use red, and it turned out okay. Now, what I did was that you can see, if you look in the middle, you can see there's like a gap. So what I did was I didn't color both sides. I colored on one side. So what this does bring is that if you color on one side, the other side automatically shows the red. Of course, the problem is one side might be a little bit dusty, because while you're drying it, the dust can pile up on the blade. But either way, I wanted to show you guys like how it originally comes. So it comes like this, so keep that in mind. It does not come in red. And 2 handles, and these 2 handles are also in a different lengths. Like also, yeah, same goes for the blade. Now but I would like to mention the Masurao, for example, comes with the orange. Does actually come with orange blade. So yeah, I'm not sure like when was the exact point where they started to color the blades. Okay, so let's get on to the articulation right away. Although I have to mention that I had some issues. One small issue was building the kit, but I was able to fix it. It was a really simple fix, but I'm not sure I will be able to show you that exact part, but I will try to like mention it. So first of all, the head. The head definitely has a very nice design. It definitely shows the Japanese Oni-ish design, so really loving that concept. And I don't think we actually see much Oni or Ogre designs. The only one I can actually think of would be the Ogre Jinx from Build Divers, but yeah, I think this one also aced it a lot. So as you can see on the head, the eyes are a sticker. The eyes, despite having 4 eyes, it's a whole single sticker, and then the black area below that is also a sticker. And every orange area you see is a sticker. Now I kind of messed up this side, but yeah, these 3 are also stickers. So the head articulation is pretty good. I mean, it can go down that much and up that much, and 360, I say it is possible, but you have this thing going on. Now I am curious, because the Masurao also had this on its back of the head, and I believe the Susanoo also has that. Now I'm not really sure if this thing actually has a function, or it's just purely aesthetic, so I would like to know that, because I know he's trying to go with like some sort of samurai or Japanese yeah, you know, like a Musha concept, but I'm not sure if this was really that necessary. But yeah, this is like one of those wire cables things, so no big deal. It plugs in pretty easily. Okay, so we've seen the head. Very nice design. I mean, the reason why I really want to get all the head HGs is that they have this really unique design. And yes, I am aware that they are technically the next generations of Tierans with GN drives, but still. So here is how the shoulder works. You have two moving points. Well, technically, I wouldn't say two moving points, but you have the main body here in the middle, and then you have this part, which looks like that it will affect the shoulder articulation, but no, this is just like a cover-up. So, despite that, the shoulder does, as you can see, you see it moves entirely together with the entire arm. So yeah. I think I may have confused you. So it's not two moving points. It's just a single moving point. And here is where I had the problem. Now this side didn't have much problem, but this side, where the way how this works is that there's a peg popping out from the main body which is also a separate piece, and there's a ball joint on the back where you connect this entire I'm gonna say pink or red. You have this entire red piece that covers up that long peg, and the way how you connect it is that there's a hole on the inside of the back of here, which connects to the ball joint. Problem is that ball joint actually did not want to connect. I'm not sure if it's the ball joint that was smaller or the hole was too wider. I had no locking mechanism in there. So what I did was that I stuffed in a little bit of tissue inside that hole, and it worked like a charm. It's basically stiff as crap. So yeah, so this part you won't be moving it that often. Now this side didn't have that issue, but just to make sure, I also put in the tissue. Okay, so hopefully that made sense. So we still have the shoulder articulation movement going on here, and something just popped out, didn't it? And then we have this part, which the black section is just a shoulder armor, and then we have a 90 degrees bend only. Yeah, this is like one of those kits that only has 90-degree bends, but we do have two twisting points. Number one is the up arm, so we have the 360 twist, and the lower arm also has a 360 twist, but very stiff, so don't do it too often. And your hands are typical ball jointed hands, and you only get the multi-purpose hands. And I think this is the same hands as the Jinx hands, considering that we have those clawish things on the hand, and the hand cover does. I think it is the same thing as the Jinx kit. So I think this kit would really benefit if you have any other open hands. But yeah, so you can use that. And below here we have these two areas, which is actually meant for storing the handles of the beam katanas, but they don't work that well, which I will get into that later. But other than that, the shoulder or the arm in general can almost go to the side, but not 90 degrees, but less than 90 degrees. So yeah. And now the body itself, it has a nice ab crunch going on, but the way how the main body connects is a peg, not a ball joint. So I would like to mention that. But we have the poly cap that moves around forward and backwards, which is why we are able to have a nice ab crunch. Hopefully I don't break this while doing this. Yeah, I think it's all in. Yep, we have a nice ab crunch going on here. And then let's get the backpack. The backpack, we have 1, 2, 3 type of thrusters. These two are connected in polycap ball joints. So we have this middle piece here, and each on the end side we have the polycap ball joints, which is why we are able to move it a little bit forward and backward, not up and down a little bit. And then you can also adjust the thrusters as well right over here. And yes, this despite being a close combat type mobile suit, it does actually have a long range weapon, which I believe is fires from here. But yeah, and obviously these orange sections are all stickers here. Same goes for the bottom section. So yeah, I don't think this should be considered a back skirt because it's just a thruster that's just attached to the back of the area. So yeah, and that's pretty much it. And no movement on that one. And let's look at the legs now. Actually, the waist section. Believe it or not, these parts are actually connected in ball joints, I believe, if I remember correctly. So yeah, they do move up and down, but they look like they wouldn't get in the way, but sometimes they will actually get in the way if you're doing like splits. For example, you can see this part is colliding with that part. Well, anyway, let's look at the leg articulation. Oh yeah, before that, the body, you can't go 360 because there are some other parts that are colliding with each other. So the legs, we have a nice connection here. We have a separate connection that connects the leg to the waist separately. So that's nice. But because of the design, we don't have a side swivel. But since it is on a nice ball joint, I believe, no issue on, you know, yeah, it's on the ball joint, so no issue, and we can do this. Come on, there we go. And this, I'm not sure if this is an armor piece, but yeah, I kind of found it odd for this design. But despite that, the leg can go 90 degrees up front. We have a nice double jointed bend. And the legs, well, I wouldn't say they can go to the side 90 degrees, but I mean, if you work your way around, I assume you can do that. Or you have to take these parts out. And you have a nice ball jointed feet. And the feet also has that really nice toe feeling, which, you know, how the samurai or the oni concept kind of fits. Okay, now we've seen the basic articulation. Well, the shield just popped out. The way how the shield connects is that on each arm there's these square holes, and there's a peg there. Not rocket science. Okay, so let's look at the weapons. Now, first of all, I'm going to take this part out, and then you can also store these handles into the shield like that. So despite whichever length you want, you can store them in the shield as well. Okay, I'm just gonna take it off, and here we have the katana. Now, the way how the hand holds the katana, it's not ideal. You just slide them in, and as you can see, it doesn't actually have a grip, so it's going to be very wobbly. But still, because of the long handle, and if you work your way around, you can also actually hold the katana in both hands, which you have. If you follow me on Facebook, you might have actually already seen the picture, but I'm just gonna show you guys. I just hope I can pull this off right now, because so I'm not gonna do actually a pose, but I just want to show you guys, yes, you can actually hold it in two hands like this, so you're gonna have fun with it. Okay, also, if there's anything interesting I have to mention is that on the chest here you can see the symbol, and behind that there's actually you actually put a clear piece inside first, and then you put this black piece, which I thought was kind of interesting. And then finally, let's see how the storage works. Now, I just mentioned we can put in the shield, but the way how you can put it in on the side is that the small one goes onto the armpit area. So, and the way how this works is that you don't put it in like this, you put it the other way around. And then same goes for the other one. So yeah, but problem is they don't actually clip on or click onto it, so they fall off a little bit too easily. Now currently it's not falling off, but okay, that's kind of odd. But what I had issues is that, yeah, they cut one small push and they really fall off a little bit easily. So they don't actually like click or clip on, like, for some reason. Now that just worked, but yeah, most of the time they will fall off a little bit easily. But once you have them stored in, it's pretty cool actually. So, and even on the other side of the arm and leg, you can see there's another hole, and below the armpit there's another one. So if you have more of these, you can actually attach more if you want to do so. But that's pretty much it for the review. Now, definitely those who love the samurai or ogre or oni design, I definitely recommend this. Now, the kit is kind of bulky. It's kind of taller and bulkier than your usual HG kit, but definitely has a nice fun build, and you can pull off a lot of poses despite how it looks. So really recommend it. And yes, I will try to get the other two heads if possible, but until then, you're gonna have to wait. Anyways, thank you for watching the review. This was the review of the HG Mr. Bushido's ahead, or ahead Sakigake. If you guys got any questions or requests, leave them comment below. I still have more stuff to buy and build and make reviews out, so please stay tuned. Until then, see you guys next time.